Good evening, everybody. It is 6:30. Welcome to McLendon-Chisholm City Council, Tuesday, October 22nd. For those who have never been here before, we do executive session right off the bat to get it out of the way so that when we're back out here, we don't go to the back. So with that said, we will be going into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071 and 551.0712. Consultation with attorney in executive session. It is 6:30. We shall be back by 7.
Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes to verify the opt-in request. No apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using TextMyGov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications, such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt-in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using Text My Gov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. Receive City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using Text My Gov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information, power outages updates, and more. After the initial keyword is sent, you will receive a confirmation message asking you to reply yes. To verify the opt-in request, no apps, just text us. Opt in today. Text MC Info to 91896. City of McLendon-Chisholm text alerts using Text My Gov. Sign up to join the city's text message notifications list to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Receive general notifications such as elections announcements, city events information.
It is 7 o'clock and we are back from executive session. Councilmember Day.
The ability to move like a cursor, so when he's doing his presentation, they keep track online.
Very well. I'm going to be the mayor run. Okay, we are back from executive session. No action was taken during executive session. Item 2.2 on executive session was not discussed and shouldn't have been on there, but so nothing on 2.2 was discussed. With that, I will go to invocation. Mr. Tucker.
Can we bow our heads? Thank you, Lord, for bringing us together again, discuss the issues, the problems, the concerns of all of the citizens in McLendon-Chisholm. May you give us guidance, insight, clarity, and with all of us doing what is your will. In Christ's name, amen.
Jerry, will you lead us in the pledges? At this time, we will be doing a proclamation recognizing October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I'll be coming around front of the dais here. Yeah, they're here. See how well this picks it up. Is it picking it up? Awesome. All right. All right. Thanks for coming. Whereas this proclamation recognizes that every resident deserves to live a life free from violence and abuse. And through this proclamation, we pledge to ensure that victims of domestic violence know they are not alone, and our community is here to support survivors as they courageously move forward in life. And whereas domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity through the systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control. It is a severe and pervasive crime that affects millions of women, men, children, and communities across the United States, violating the basic human rights of safety and dignity. And whereas anyone can be a victim of domestic violence regardless of age, gender, ability, ethnicity, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, or religion, and can have lifelong consequences emotionally, mentally, socially, spiritually, and physically harming the core of the human spirit. And whereas an average of 20 people experience some form of domestic violence every 60 seconds, 205 Texans lost their lives due to domestic violence in 2023, and over 10 million people are victimized by domestic violence each year. And whereas Domestic Violence Awareness Month highlights the urgent need for our community to come together in preventing domestic violence, standing united in support of survivors, organizations like Women in Need are critical in providing shelter and advocacy and empowering survivors to rebuild their lives with dignity. As a community, we must unite and support and firmly reject any form of judgment or criticism toward survivors. Women in Need serves as a pillar of strength in this fight, working alongside local law enforcement and the district and county attorney's office to hold offenders fully accountable for their actions, creating a united front that delivers justice and protects survivors. Now, therefore, I, Brian McNeil, Mayor of McLendon-Chisholm, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2024 in the City of McLendon-Chisholm as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. All right, thank you all. Appreciate it. All right, rules of decorum are in effect tonight. As always, we'll be respectful to one another on both sides of the dais. With that being said, I'm going to take a 5-minute recess because I need to make a very important phone call, and then I'll be back. Thank you for that. I apologize. Tony Crawford, you are up first on citizens' comments.
All right. Tony Crawford, 104 Lavender Place in McLendon. First of all, I want to thank you for the new PA system. This is great. You can hear every word you're saying, and a lot of stuff you shouldn't be saying, I'm sure, but you know we can still hear it anyway. So you might want to be careful. So because it's very sensitive back here, but it sounds really good. I'm here to speak about the 14 1.5 acre lots that are going to go up north of us. We're for this. It's going to be a great neighborhood. We really love it. But I wanted to make sure it was on the record and there's several council members up here that know the problem we have for water drainage. And this is going to create. I talked to the engineer. He's got it set to where it's supposed to drain out to the west and then south into the creek. But it's still close to where we're already having problems because of the other property that's in Glen Acres. So I just want to make sure that it's understood that we would pretty much, as a neighborhood, like to work with this engineer to make sure that we, as a neighborhood, are not going to suffer any more issues because of the water drainage, where we're having problems already in some of the lower towards 550. We just want to make sure that it's on the record that we want to make sure they work with us and look at our problems, look at our issues, talk to y'all about what y'all have seen in the past, and then we go forward from that. But we love the neighborhood. I think it's going to be great. We love the lot sizes, so we're good to go on that. We just want to make sure the water drainage is correct. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Crawford. Second person and last is Bev Stibbins.
This new system's a little bit scary. Bev Stibbins, 279 Partridge Drive in McLendon-Chisholm. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and City staff. I am here tonight to speak on a topic that is not on the agenda, but I hope it will be soon: the streets of Quail Creek. We have an area of Pheasant Hill Drive that is severely eroded, and the concrete is breaking off of the main slab. The city very graciously sent out someone to do an estimate, and you received a bid back of $28,000 to fix the street. We, the residents of Quail Creek, would like to ask that you repair it sooner rather than later, due to the fact that in a year or two, the cost could be $128,000 because the damage is going to continue. The erosion is really bad. Our streets have been the responsibility of the city since the creation, beginning in 1993. To date, the city has not had to spend one dime on our streets. We also would like to request new posted street limit signs so the Sheriff's Department can enforce it. Please consider this request for the next council meeting agenda and the approval of the repair. Thank you.
Thank you, Bev. As always, are there any other citizens' comments before I close? Citizens' comments? Okay, it is 7:14. Citizens' comments is closed. Do you want to speak, Tom? Or are you good? Nope. Okay. All right, that brings up consent agenda. Are there any items on consent agenda besides, I believe, Councilmember Brewer pointed out there's an error in the minutes that we'll have to have amended in the approval. Is there anything else?
This is my first time trying this out. Yeah, I would like to move 8.2 to open discussion. I think there's some interesting things in here. Provided I understand the city administrator and the fire chief have some insights in this that I'd just like to have out on public record.
Okay, so we will pull item 8.2 for discussion. And on the minutes, Councilmember, do you want to point that out so that Angela can make note on that, and then we'll pass the consent?
Sure. In the minutes, under 8.1, it lists as one of the speakers in the public hearing as Chris George. It was Chris Dorward, D-O-R-W-A-R-D.
Okay, I will get that fixed.
Okay, so I'll take a motion to accept items 8.1 and 8.3 with the amended change. I'll take a motion to accept that in a second.
I move to approve the consent agenda, items 8.1 and 8.3, with amended changes.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll do the vote on the next one on the new system. I just wanted to do that for consent. We have a new system we're working with tonight, so please be patient. The votes will, after the consent, will now start to be posted on the screen, and you'll see how everybody votes. Just give us a little patience as we walk through that. We'll get to 8.2 later. I'll move it around. At this time, we'll call 9.1 up, presentation from Lauren Lichty, Rockwall County Open Space Alliance.
Okay. You know, I like Mark Gippett. He's always looking out for me. Thank you very much, Mayor and City Council, for letting me make a presentation here tonight. I am Lauren Lichty. I am here speaking as president of the Rockwall County Open Space Alliance. I've been talking with Councilman Paul Day about things that you could do in your city, and he asked me to come make this presentation, and we're very appreciative of the opportunity. I'll try and make this fast. I've presented some slides here, and do you control those for me as we go? Okay, so we'll just kind of get through this quickly. As everyone knows, open spaces are important to all of us, and it's for very simple reasons. First of all, it's a better living environment. Secondly, Rockwall County citizens want open spaces. When you do get citizen input, you always get a huge positive reaction for improved open spaces. And preservation of open space is an issue that all of us should rally behind. Next slide. One of my favorite presidents is Teddy Roosevelt. He was a great conservationist, did a lot for the national parks, did a lot for the U.S. Forest Service. One of his quotes is, "There can be no greater issue than that of preservation of open space, than that of conservation in this county." I'm sorry. And I'm sure if we looked around the room and asked everyone would say that. In fact, who wants to preserve our open spaces? Right? This is the way it always is. Everybody does. Everybody feels good about it. So it's really a message to us as leaders and to you as leaders of your city that that's what people want. The purpose of our presentation tonight is to give you an idea of what the Open Space Alliance is, the issues we're facing in Rockwall County, and how we can deal with them, and how we are working with the Alliance to help improve them. I want to introduce Cindy Brown, one of our board members on the Open Space Alliance. She's here with me doing a lot, and I know she's been working with your city on this also. So hopefully this will be a benefit to you all and will help encourage you to move forward with open space preservation here in McLendon-Chisholm. So what are open spaces? Sometimes that term is very unclear. In fact, if you take two definitions, the next slide, both of these by federal agencies, you'll see there's different definitions. The first one by the U.S. Forest Service is open space includes all unbuilt areas, whether publicly or privately owned, protected or unprotected. The Environmental Protection Agency defines open spaces as any open piece of land that is undeveloped and accessible to the public. both of those capture key issues regarding open spaces, but there's a very big difference in them, and that's public accessibility. You can take a drive around our county, and you can see farmland, you can see ranch land, you can see big yards where people have 5, 10, 15-acre home sites, and all of that is open space, and that's all of that wants to be preserved, but it's not all accessible to the public because it's not owned by the public. So while we use those terms and while they are used, what we do in the Open Space Alliance is primarily focus on open spaces that are accessible to the public. And that's what people want, obviously. Our growth in Rockwall County makes us all realize that we're losing open spaces. If we go to the next slide, you'll see that in 100 years, from 1922 to 21, our open space land went from 95,360 acres to 37,452 acres. Huge decrease. We are also the second fastest growing county in the nation, as you know, on a percentage-wise basis. And because of that, we're losing more open space regularly because from 2022 to 2023, our county grew by 6.5%. From 123,000 people to 131,000 people. So to find housing for those people, you necessarily are eating up and eroding open spaces. And I know you've experienced that here in McLendon-Chisholm too. So we're all aware of this growth and the impact on it. But if you ever want to get a visual of it, I'd encourage you the next time you're in the historic courthouse here in Rockwall County, go down into the basement. You'll see two pictures. Two aerial photographs of the same piece of Rockwall County. One was taken in 1970, just as the lake was starting to fill. Another one was taken in 2020, 50 years later. And in that one segment, you see a huge loss of open spaces as density has crept in. So it's something we have to deal with because we're only growing faster, it seems, and we all are trying to slow and put the brakes on a lot of that density as much as we can. But if we want to deal with open spaces, we've got to be proactive, or in 2070, that picture will be even much worse. So, Rockwall County has recognized the need for this, and in 2009, the Commissioners Court started taking action to adopt objectives to protect open spaces in Rockwall County. In 2015, there was an open space master plan approved, which set forth the 3 objectives for the county. This master plan was adopted based upon a steering committee of citizens, executive committee, and finally approval by the board. So there was a lot of public input received into this. And it came up with 3 objectives. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Oh, back one. First objective is to preserve quality stormwater corridors, including creeks, channels, floodplains, tributaries, and easements. In other words, all where our water flow is, to protect it. The benefits are obvious. We maintain a healthy ecosystem. We reduce the stormwater impact from development because there's a huge impact on stormwater flow when there's development, roads are built, etc. And we improve water quality. So the benefits of focusing on this are huge. The second goal and objective was to identify and preserve potential locations for a major open space and public amenity that could be developed in the future. In other words, a place where people could gather, they'd have access, public access, a big park if you want to call it that or whatever. But that's the second objective. And the third was to protect and establish corridors essential for countywide open space connectivity. In other words, walking and biking trails, or if you wanted to do equestrian trails, things like that. In other words, ways we can get around the county without having to drive cars. Hike and bike trails are a great example. The Open Space Alliance was formed after the master plan was adopted in 2015, and we became a 501c3 entity in 2016. We have a very simple mission statement: save open spaces in Rockwall County before it's too late. And that's what drives us. We're governed by a board of directors, Cindy is one of our directors. We have 10 directors from areas all around the county. We try specifically to bring people from every community so we get representation from the communities. And we were formed to implement the objectives of the Open Space Master Plan. Real simple. So you can't really talk about open spaces and what to do about it unless you talk about development a little bit, because it's the development that is having such a serious impact on the open spaces we have. Residential development in our county is exploding, but it's important to realize it's also changing, and this is one of the things we're really trying to focus on. Historically, residential development has all been in the cities. Okay, you'd have people would form cities, they would come in and build neighborhoods, developments, et cetera, but it was generally within the city limits. And developments in the county were typically 1.5 acres or more developments, like you'll see, for example, High Point Ranch, High Point Lake Estates, things like that in the unincorporated county, and they're 1.5 acres or higher. And the reason for that is to have a septic system in the county, you had to have 1.5 acre of land. Well, that has all changed because of some legislative action. Things that have been done is that the state legislature has limited the ability, go back one, we're not quite there yet. The state legislature has limited the ability, first of all, of cities to annex property. You guys know that. It's much harder to annex than it used to be just 10 years ago. There are also changes, and the reason that was done, if you read about when it was done and when it was passed, was to protect people in the county who moved to the county who didn't want to be annexed into the city. Okay, makes kind of sense, right? But what has happened is certain developments have taken advantage of those changes in the law to go outside of the county and build developments not for the use of farmers or ranchers or things like that. And they're using the changes in the law to circumvent the regulations that cities can put on them. For example, in the city, you're allowed to zone. Okay, you guys have zoning, you have different type, you want this type of residential in one area, smaller residential, larger residential, you can have commercial in an area, all those kind of things. The county can't do that. You don't have the right to zone. So that opens the door to development. Secondly, the county, you don't have the ability to limit density. For example, in the city of Heath, where I live, back in 1996, we adopted a goal of having 1 lot per acre of developable land. And that's kind of what's guided us. You can't do that in the county. But now it's been, because of the septic tanks and all that, it's kind of been bigger developments. But what's coming, and everybody knows, everybody's heard about MUDs, municipal utility districts, and what's happened now is they can avoid that septic tank limitation by getting a MUD approved, and then going to the TCEQ and being able to build a much more dense development. And all of that is having a big impact on development in the county. Just for example, there's in Precinct 3 here where we are, there's the Wildwood development, which has been, Phase 1 has been developed out. Phase 2 has been approved, and they're working on developing that out, high-density development. Another one, which we're going to talk about in a minute, is River Rock Trails, just down 548 here, where again they are trying to come in and develop high-density development. And other subdivisions are planned. So what has that all got to do with open spaces? Well, when you see the growth of this development, and especially in the county where we work, most of our work is done, you see the need to try and implement the plan. And we are able to do that, now we'll go to the next slide, because we have the legal authority under the Texas Local Government Code to adopt rules governing plats and subdivisions of land within the unincorporated areas of the county to promote the health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the county and the safe, orderly, and healthful development of the unincorporated area of the county. So, what does that mean? That means we can adopt rules, subdivision rules and regulations, and Rockwall County has done that. The most recently ones were adopted in March of 2021, and they've been amended since then. okay? Those regulations specify specifically, if we go to the next slide, they specifically reference the open space master plan in section 1.10, where it says, to the greatest extent if possible, all plats and development plans should be designed in a way to promote the stated objectives of the plan, which is the open space master plan, and to allow for its future implementation. And those objectives were the three objectives we talked about previously, okay? So that's incorporated into our subdivision rules and regulations. And as high-density developments are becoming more prevalent in the county has to figure out how to implement that. So the Open Space Alliance is working with the county to try and do that. Let's take an example of the River Rock Trails development. This is a development that's proposed on just off 548, and they've submitted preliminary plats for phases 1A and 1B, but those plats have not been approved. The county's consultants have looked at them, and one of the things, they've cited a number of things where the plats were deficient and they needed more information, but one of the key ones was they asked to address how the subdivisions are designed in a way that promote the stated objectives of the Rockwall County Open Space Master Plan. So they have to do that. So let's look a little bit about what this development is and what it's going to do. Total acreage is about 1,870 acres. About 1,221 of that can actually be developed residentially. Open space is 536, but they're planning on putting 6,307 lots there. And you guys can do the math, but under any calculation, that is enormous density. It'll essentially be building a city within the unincorporated areas of the county. And we're just not ready for it, okay? So we have to figure out how to make it, how to deal with that if it's put into place. And they are aware of the need for open spaces, the developer is. Go to the next slide. There's the River Rock Trails there. I think there's actually 25 phases of that to implement all 6,300 homes. So it's going to take some time, but it's just an enormous development. Go to the next slide. So they have come up with an open space plan where you see where the green areas are. Those are open spaces they've designated. Most of that is floodplain or watershed or easements that can't be used anyway. But that's where that's their open space plan they have submitted. And the interesting thing about this development, and what we've been able to do, is look at it from the open space master plan perspective, because this development is in a very sensitive area for open spaces. If we go to the next slide, you'll see this is a page out of the open space master plan that was adopted, and you'll see there all those little circled areas are identified as open space opportunities. And down at the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little lake that's got a circle around it right there. Not the very bottom one, but the next one up. That's where River Rock Trails is. So this is identified in our master plan as a piece of land where we need to protect and develop the open spaces, and a good opportunity for that development. Additionally, if we go to the next slide, that's another page from the master plan where it shows trail opportunities. These are interconnecting trails, not trails within a city, but connect across the county. And I know you'll see there's high priority, medium priority, and low priority trails. Well, two of the medium priority trails go right through this property, both on an east-west basis and a north-south basis. So, again, this is a very significant property, and it's got to be developed to preserve those open space features. And finally, the next slide, this is the Brushy Creek watershed, which is, again, specified in the open space master plan. It's one of our natural watersheds here in Rockwall County, and that is the property there that's being developed is all within that. So for all those reasons, we have to look at it and develop it. So what the County Commissioners Court did is they came to the Alliance and they asked us to look at this and come up with some recommendations. So we did that. Just last Tuesday, or not last Tuesday, Tuesday, October 8th, we made a recommendations to the County Commissioners Court. It was very thorough analysis that was done. We had a committee formed of our alliance. We went out, we toured the property. This is very bullet point oriented because this has not got, I didn't want to bore you with the 6-page analysis we gave, but just from a general standpoint, the recommendations we made were first, that we create a major open space area and that be owned by Rockwall County and donated to the county. And we've discussed this with the developer, and I think they're in favor of that. There's about 191 acres that they would donate, which we would not have to purchase, save the taxpayer money, and then develop that into a big open space area. Secondly, we recommended that trails be developed that allow interconnection within a county trail system. Now you might say, what county trail system? That's something we're working on. But what we're doing, and what one of the things Cindy's been leading the charge on, is we've gone to all the cities in the county and asked them for their trail systems, and we're trying to build interconnections so that you can go from Heath to McLendon-Chisholm, someday to Fate, to Royce City, to Rockwall, all that. So that's the goal there. So we've recommended that the county require the developer to set aside these interconnections for the trails. And then there should be something else on there. I don't know if the slide got cut off or not. No, go to the back. Go back. Yeah, there was one more recommendation to the county on this that didn't somehow get cut off in the electronic transmission. But that is that we protect the watersheds. That the county should require hydrological studies and water flow studies to make sure that water isn't contaminated and spoiled by the development there, that the sewer system that they put in, if this goes forward, puts out clean water and doesn't contaminate our watersheds. So those were the recommendations we made, and that's kind of what the Open Space Alliance does. And one of the things that Cindy's been doing as she's been going around to the various cities is trying to gather what your open space plans are, so we can be a resource to you, and so we can be a help to help you all accomplish what your objectives are. Every city has its own plan. Every city has its own ideas of what open spaces should be, what their trails should be, but we want to be a resource to you to help you maximize that in your city, and also to build the connections throughout the county. So with that in mind, we've come up with a few recommendations for McLendon-Chisholm. First recommendation, I've been on a city council. I know what it's like. I've also been on a park board. And in fact, in the city of Heath, we had, in 1996, we formed our park board, and I was a charter member of it. Served on it for 8 years. And we focused on things like open spaces and developing parks. Real proud of a lot of things, but two things very proud of. We got a grant from Texas Parks and Wildlife for $500,000, which at the time was a lot of money, not so much anymore, but it allowed us to develop our town center park in Heath. That was a great thing for us, and we got that money from the state. Second, we developed a skeleton for what our master trail plan should look like. And when you develop a park board, that's the things they can focus on. So I would urge you, and our Open Space Alliance would urge you, to form a park board. Secondly, come up with an open space plan for McLendon-Chisholm. Now, this is what the park board would do, but recommend to you and ultimately for your adoption. But what do you want your open spaces to look like? Where do you want your parks? Where do you want a community gathering place? You know, every city does it different. Rockwall, you got Harry Myers Park. Man, so much happens there. But they've got a lot of other parks, too, throughout the city. Heath, we got Town Center Park. Every city does it different. But look at that. Develop an open space plan for your city. Excuse me. Third thing, develop a master trails plan. Back in 2002 or 3, when I was on the park board in Heath, we got together and we said, okay, where do we want this to go? And we hired a consultant, and we took out the city map and say, okay, trails should go here and here and here to connect everything. And that was the very beginning. There have been lots of changes to that in the last 20 years, but it served as the basis for going forward because people like trails. And now as we're going forward, you're seeing these segments of trails be built, and you're seeing segments connect, and all of a sudden, you can go from this subdivision to this subdivision without having to drive on the public streets or a farm-to-market road. So we would recommend you develop a master trails plan. Third or fourth, require contributions from developers. This is something, again, that that works really well. And again, developers know that this is good. I would just recall your attention to that slide that the River Rock Trails people did, where they showed open spaces, because they know people want it. It's an attraction to their community. So come up with standards that you want and apply them to your developers. One of the things you can do is you can do a requirement that any new development either dedicate land to the city for park, or that it make contributions to the city, to your park fund, so that you can build the parks yourself. Things like that. Require developers to build trails within their community, set standards for what those trails should be, all of that kind of thing. In conclusion, I know I probably talked longer than you wanted to hear, but we've got a lot of work to do to protect open spaces in Rockwall County. And we have to do everything we can because it's what the people want. We've been working with the Strategic Plan 2050, and one thing you hear over and over is open spaces. People want open spaces. Mark Kippett has really headed up that plan. He's done a fabulous job, and he's a big supporter of open spaces and trails. But we hear this constantly from people. We want open spaces, so something we need to focus on. And the Open Space Alliance, we're here to help you any way we can. We really want to be a resource to you. Like I say, we've got a group of people that are real excited about what our mission is and what we're trying to accomplish. And if there's any way we can help you and McLendon-Chisholm achieve those objectives, we want to do it. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for letting us speak. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If not, thank you.
I don't have anything, but thanks, Lauren. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Good seeing you.
Happy to do it. Good to see you guys, and thanks for having us out.
Angela, I'm going to move 9.3 up next. If you can read that.
You got the chief here.
Discuss and consider approval on the request from Brian Berry to replat of the existing 3 lots for the development of the shopping center. The SH 205-550 edition, Block 1, includes Lot 2R, 3R-1, and 3R-3-R2 for a total of 3.85 acres.
Thank you, Angela. Conrad?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. We're always excited to talk development as it relates to commercial entities, and we're excited to have this development in front of us. Mr. Berry, chief principal in this proposed development, has requested a replat. This has previously gone in front of Planning Commission and been approved, but I'll turn it directly over to our city planner, Asa Woodbury, to say, to let you know some of the details.
Thank you, Conrad, Mayor, members of the council. So the applicant is requesting the replat of the 3 existing lots on 3.85 acres. The application is in conformity with the city McLendon-Chisholm Code of Ordinances, and the staff recommendation is approval. This is going to be a shopping center, so as we talk about commercial businesses and commercial entities, we're trying to replat and get prepared for that. We're very excited about some of the businesses that Mr. Berry has been working with. I do believe he's in the audience, and so staff recommendation is approval. And I'm here to answer any questions. Mr. Berry's here as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Asa. Let's just start down. Mr. Easter.
Yeah, I really don't have anything on this, but for full disclosure, I live fairly close to where this is located. I've got nothing against this, or, you know, it seems pretty reasonable, but I just wanted to make sure that I disclose that.
Mr. McLendon. Mr. Brewer.
No, sir.
Mr. Day. Mr. Tucker.
And this is a replat, so I assume that they were coming back after recommendations from the city engineer, and what changes, what modifications were made that demanded a replat on this? Can you answer that? Okay.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Tucker, excuse me, Mayor Pro Tem Tucker. The only difference is that on the site plan that there were 2 buildings that were 5,000 square foot each, and so that's just being changed to one 10,000 square foot building, and that's it.
I don't have anything, so if there's no other discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we discuss and approve on the request from Brian Berry replat of the existing 3 lots for the development of a shopping center.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, we will try this voting system now. So everyone cast your vote, please.
Push.
Should be good. We'll get this down. It's just we're learning the new curves of the voting system there. So, you good, Angela? All right, thank you. So for those watching, they won't be able to see this on the screen until we get that figured out, I think. So for those watching, this passed unanimously. We did remove something from consent, which was item 8.2. We will go to that next. Mr. Berry, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. 8.2 was to consider approval of the interlocal agreement for fire protection services between the County of Rockwall and the City of McLendon-Chisholm. Conrad, if you wanted to take this, and then Chief, I guess you're here for any questions on that.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This is an agreement that, as you've read it, it probably looked a lot familiar. The only difference in that is the dollar amount from prior year's approval of this agreement. This increased it, our amount here in our city, by just under $30,000 for the year. And the chief can talk about this a little bit if need be, but there's lots of stuff going on and a lot of cost to do this type of work we have the largest fire district in the county, so we'll hopefully be coming back to you every year with that dollar amount switched as we demonstrate all the things that are going on. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chief Simmons to make any comments that he wants.
As Conrad said, it's an increase from previous year of roughly just shy of $30,000. So if council has any questions, I'll be happy to answer it.
So the question that I have, if you don't mind, the question that I have about this, and I just want to get this on record so that everybody knows that we're looking at this very carefully. We're bringing it up $30,000, but the total number of calls that we're getting out into the county, or that would be impacted by this ILA, would be about what percentage of the calls that you guys are receiving?
I'm not prepared to answer that, but we can say
Just a
It
back
just
of the envelope guess.
It depends. I mean, each month, you know, I know just in the previous month, and I don't know if you've got it in your records there, it's probably 35-40%, give or take a few points there, here and there.
Yeah, I've looked into this over the years that I've been on council, and consistently it's between 35 and 40%, up to 41, 42%.
Correct.
The calls are coming out of ETJ, and so the folks from the ETJ are contributing with the expansion of the budget for fire in general. This is just a drop in the bucket, and I would certainly like to see a different kind of system where those folks out there pay for the fire services that they receive.
And obviously, it's been a topic of conversation since I've got here in 2018, and I see it becoming. I think we're going to get a little more active. If you look at the surrounding counties around us, I've talked to many chiefs in Collin County, Hunt County. They're dealing with similar issues over this last year, and they've actually drawn county commissioners to the table to sit down and really talk, because the amount of money that it costs us to respond to those areas, the increase of fuel, maintenance, you name it, has gone up, and we've gone up 30. Don't get me wrong, we're thankful for what we get, but I think there's an opportunity now here during this next budget cycle. I know it's a topic of conversation amongst the fire chiefs in Rockwall County. I know we've hit on it here and there, but it's going to be something I think we bring before with our city administrators, city managers, and have discussions and kind of see, maybe we can get everybody to the table and see what options we have, because 2 counties to the northeast of us, they're all dealing with it right now, pretty heavy.
Yeah, and to that point, I just wanted to make sure that we talked about that before it's got ratified, so people understood what was being paid for. So about 8.2% of the budget that is proposed for fire this upcoming year, but they're 35% of the calls?
35 and 40, so we could say between 35 and 40% of the calls, yes, sir.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make that note here. Mr. Lichty was here. He's going to be on the county commission. You know, he's going to be on the commissioner's court here very soon, and I was hoping he would be able to hear some of those numbers and take that back to when he's going to be deliberating for us
and just
on behalf of us.
Kind of let everybody aware, and I think I mentioned not too long ago, but Commissioner Stacy actually met with the fire chiefs at our last meeting before last fire chiefs. Every other month meeting that we have breakfast, we kind of get together and talk. So he came out. He was the one that actually got us the increase. They went from $370,000 to now $400,000 pot that they take that money and divide it up amongst the 5. So I think he's kind of taken the lead from what it sounds like, and he's going to be the point. We had some brief discussion with him, but I think he knows that here in the near future, we're probably going to sit down and have some real heavy conversations on how we could see what can we do to kind of help balance this thing out for all the agencies and all the unincorporated area. Every city, the citizens take on the largest burden of the money when it comes to the unincorporated area, to be fair.
Thank you. That's the extent of my questions.
If there's no other questions, I'll take a motion to pass 8.2 from consent.
I'll make a motion to approve the interlocal agreement for fire protection between the city and the county.
Do I have a second? On this one, we'll just all in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
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 Show that unanimous, Angela. Okay, Angela, we'll go to 9.2.
Discuss and consider approval of a preliminary plat for the development of 14 single-family residential lots on approximately 24.56 acres of land located at the southeast end of Savannah Lane.
I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we consider approval of preliminary plat for the development of 14 single-family residential lots of approximately 24.56 acres of land located at the southeast end of Savannah Lane.
Second. Okay, it's open for discussion on this one. It looks like, Conrad, is there anything you want to put on this?
Well, I'll defer right away to our city planner, Mr. Woodbury.
Ace.
Thank you, Conrad, Mayor, members of the council. So it's the development of 14 single-family lots on 1.5 acres each, on approximately 25 acres located at the southeast end of Savannah Lane. The application is complete in in conformity with the Code of Ordinances and the comprehensive plan. Staff recommendation is approval. I think that these will be very nice houses, very nice development. I think it will fit the character of the city. So staff recommendation is approval.
Thank you, Ace. Mr. Easter.
Yeah, this is the one that Mr. Crawford was concerned with, this particular. And towards that end, are we going to be making sure that we don't have any sort of water or drainage issues with this going forward? And what safeguards are we putting in place to prevent that from recurring, if any?
Yes, so in terms of water and drainage, so that is the engineering thing, so that'll be the thing that Dub checks for. So we're just doing the platting now, but Dub does have his checklist of stormwater drainage and things of that nature when we're talking about civils, engineering, and things of that nature. So Dub will be checking for those things.
Thank you.
Mr. McLendon. Mr. Brewer. Mr. Day.
Yeah, I've been out there quite a bit. I've actually hiked across this thing and checked it out. It looks like the drainage, for the most part, is going to not be exacerbating the issues that was brought up by during comments earlier. I've talked to the people that are living over there on Dancing Waters, and I'm pretty convinced that this is actually going to be an unrelated issue that shouldn't exacerbate it. But I'm looking forward to hearing what Dub is going to say. At what point in the process is Dub going to render an opinion on that, though?
So it would be, I guess, starting today. So if you approve this preliminary plat, then it'll be time for the developer to submit their civils and everything like that to Dub. And so the final plat won't come before you until Dub has approved these things.
Thank you. That's my question.
Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, this one is of particular interest because of all the drainage issues that we had last year and the upset with the dam. I mean, it was contributing to that. I was there and saw what the amount of water that inundated the backyards of these individuals over on Dancing Waters, I think it was. And so this community here, as it's being developed out, I'd like to see, as the engineering report is prepared and Dub is ready to provide that for you, I actually like to have a couple of city council people sit down with Dub prior to that and scrutinize that report so that we have some intimate knowledge about what's going on and are really assured that this isn't going to be a contributor to future problems. We certainly don't need to resurrect the concerns of the citizens around that development and around Chisholm Crossing on the northwest side. Again, so if we get a couple city council people associated with that review, maybe, I think that would be propitious for us. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. If there's no other further discussion, we'll just take a vote on this. Angela, if you want to set that up for the council members. Looks like all the votes are in. It's going to pass unanimously. And then, Angela, once you have that entered in, we'll go to 9.4.
Discuss and consider approval of a final plat that provides for the development of 83 single-family lots, each with a minimum lot size of 1 acre of land on 99.544 acres of land located on the north side of FM 550 across from City Hall.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and approve of a final plot that provides for the development of 83 single-family lots, each with a minimum lot size of 1 acre of land on 99.54 acres or 544 acres of land located on the north side of FM 550 across from City Hall.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. With discussion, Mr. Easter.
I'll pass on this.
Mr. Brewer.
No, sir.
Mr. Day.
Yeah, are the developers present for this right now? Thank you. Thank you. I've had the chance to review this. I've been watching the construction that's been happening across the way, and I'm eagerly waiting to see how this is all going to turn out. And I almost feel like it was happening too late, but you were able to sit through Mr. Lichty's presentation earlier today on trails and open spaces and things like this. And I feel like it was a big missed opportunity with the opportunity to get trails into your little neighborhood that you guys were planning over there. Did you guys ever see an opening on that, or anything that you could provide on that in terms of what you guys might have been willing to do had we got in earlier?
In retrospect, there might have been an opportunity. Can you hear me? Yes, I was saying in retrospect, there probably would have been an opportunity to incorporate some trails in this development, particularly on Settlement Lane, coming off of 550, but that was not something that we knew that council had interest in at the time. So we did incorporate 2 open space lots for detention, which we'll be doing some planting and seating areas and stuff. So those areas will be able to be enjoyed by the residents of the subdivision and open to the public. But yeah.
So to that end, do you foresee that there's some opportunity from the current plat when it's approved for a trail system that would connect us into the countywide system, or are we completely out of this, or there's no chance for this, in your opinion?
Not at this time. We do have our construction drawings approved, and we've already broken ground on the site and proceeded with development. I will say that we are looking at some other sites in the city and understand that that's definitely of interest to council and the residents. So we'd be happy to incorporate any kind of trail system for future projects and any other developments that we do in the city of McLendon-Chisholm.
Yeah, thank you very much. I feel like it was a big missed opportunity, but and I'm glad to hear that you guys are on board with the possibility of doing this in the future. Thank you.
Yep. We'll add that it definitely is an asset for the subdivision too, so it's a win-win for both sides, so we'll keep that in mind.
Mr. Tucker.
No, I have to agree that it was a missed opportunity, and I was part of it because I approved this back, I think 2 years ago, maybe, when I was on council. And the notion of trails was not even in the discussion on this. So this or any other development. And so I think we've become a little bit more enlightened since then. And certainly we will be looking forward to maybe passing some ordinances, you know, so we do get some contribution of a trail system and follow in line with what Lauren Lichty was presenting tonight. So, but we appreciate your work on it.
Thank you. If there's no further discussion, Angela, if you want to set it up for the vote, please. Everyone will make your vote. Looks like it's going to pass unanimously for those watching. Angela, once you record, if you can go into 9.5.
Discuss and consider approval of the Ridge Point Estate Road Maintenance and Impact Fee Agreement.
I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we discuss and consider approval of the Ridge Point Estates Road Maintenance and Impact Fee Agreement.
Second. Okay, with it now open, we will go to Conrad, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, members of the council. I just wanted to real quickly, I know sometimes I tend to be a little verbose, but not too much. Just to real quickly let you know some of the administrative processes as we have developments. We have an administrative team called our Development Review Committee, a DRC of city staff people, contract and regular, that look at every development that comes in for every aspect based on what they're doing, including DUB, including the planning, including the fire, including all aspects of the development. Then as we identify those things, i.e. potential stormwater or anything else that there's a concern, we invite the developer in. I mean, we invite them in anyway to go through what we've reviewed and maybe some things they missed, maybe some good things, whatever, we discuss that. So this all happens, and then they correct it and they could come in for a second time. This all happens prior to even going to Planning Commission meeting. And I thought, secondly, the mayor has reached out to staff and seen some of the concerns of council and has asked us to have a written engineering report for all developments into the future. So we will do that, and we'll have that for you as well. So hopefully some of those things can help you understand the process, as well as to help you with specifically the civil engineering process that's going through. So back to this item, we're excited for this. We just talked to same developer here, our illustrious engineer, Mr. Theodore. I love his first name. He goes by Ty. I don't know. When you have a name Theodore, you should go by Theodore. Anyway, they have, as the city grows, as the city develops, as you know, in the past, the city has, or currently even, city has no public works department. Our ability to fix and repair roads and streets and do other things within parks or trails or anything is contract, because we don't have anybody on staff. If there's a storm, anything else like that for cleanup, we don't have our people. So, but we're looking toward doing that, and we have talked to probably every one of you about the plan of developing a little bit as a city to provide those services to our residents at all times. One of them is streets and street maintenance. That's why the city in the past just says, no, there's a development, make an HOA, and you guys take it. But check with any city around that is growing as a city and is a city, and they like the roads deeded to them lots of times because infrastructure is under them. And there's various other things with that. And the city can be the one and only, who do we talk to if our roads are bad? We can do it. We've done a study in the past 2 years on our roads and conditions of our roads, and all of you have received copies of those. And if you've lost it, we send you another one. But through this Ridge Point, we asked them and we talked to them about the possibility, and Mr. Young came back with he would deed over the roads to the city, and even though they were already part of the process when you approve the roadway impact fees, so not required to pay those roadway impact fees, they said that they would pay that $84.22 per household, or just under $700,000 to the, or $699,026 to the city. So it's a little shaky, the title, because it is not an impact fee. It's just using that impact fee dollar amount to figure out how much they would participate with the city as the city to put that into the city's roads fund. So I make that special input because it doesn't meet the criteria. It doesn't have to meet the criteria. It can, if you want, into the future that impact fees are used for, but it doesn't have to be. It can be used for maintenance and other type of things to keep those roads in tip-top shape. So that's one thing. Secondly, we felt it very imperative, but did not get that into the actual agreement, that as the city accepts roads, not that we have any distrust, but we like the word verify, that the roads are built to city standards and are built properly, so year 1, 2 through whatever, they don't start falling apart. So we have suggested to have an outside engineering firm to inspect all the roads during the road process, and Skorberg, the developer, has agreed to pay for those costs. So there's no cost to the city. So we get that road, and they get to be held under the fire, the microscope, and he doesn't care. That's what most cities do anyway. They have their people. We don't have our people, but we have contract people to do that. So we'd like that to be part of it, so we get that road built. He wants that road built exceptionally as well. The excellent developer. But we'll verify that it's done right. And is he making faces at me here?
I just don't know that excellent should be an adjective in front of it. That's just
well, wait till you have our two. We have Mr. White from SPI in the back that will be over that inspection. And when you go out, we'll have to yank Mr. Hall out to look at the excellent roads when they're finished, and he'll never see roads done better. So we thank the developer and our inspection crew. So that's what we're asking with this agreement, and they're willing to pay that money that we'll have in our roads and streets fund.
And just thank you for the short version, Conrad. So I did send some red lines to the developer. I think they reviewed them. I don't know that I've seen the return back from them on the red lines. So I don't have a problem if the council wants to approve the agreement, just prove it subject to review of the city attorney, just so I can make sure that the red lines I sent over were, I believe that they were, but I just haven't seen them.
Thank you. So I'm going to go down the line, but once we finish the discussion, if someone can make a new motion to approve, if that's what you choose to do, please add in a review from the city attorney, Mr. Easter. We'll just do the discussion, and once it's, because we've already made a motion, so at that point, we'll just do a new motion and vote.
Thank you for the explanation, Conrad. Just to make sure that I understand this correctly, we're going to identify the appropriate standards for these roads, and in lieu of these impact fees, they're going to pay nearly $700,000 up front for maintenance, for the general fund, so they're not encumbered, or you can't limit them to their use.
Great question. I believe how it's set is that building permit time period, that's when they'll be paid. So over time, it's not up front, but it's over time. Correct?
That's correct, and that's pretty standard for these impact fees. Yes, correct.
And how would that differ from impact fees as far as the rate of payment?
No, that is how regular impact fees are collected.
Okay, thank you.
Day.
Yeah, this is an interesting and kind of novel thing that you're proposing here. What's your motivation on doing something like this? And then the second question is, of course, more to this. I'll let you answer that question, and then I'll come back to Mr. Hildebrand with my second question.
So that's a good question. What sparked this idea is our HOA dues for the community were a little bit higher than anticipated, and that's because the HOA was responsible for the roadway maintenance. So we were thinking of creative ideas to lessen that burden, and since you guys did not have impact fees, but you were adopting a new ordinance, we thought it'd be a good window to maybe essentially adopt those for our subdivision. And instead of having the higher HOA dues, essentially that cost gets built into the price of the house. So we figured at this price point, it's not really going to hurt sales to bump up the home prices by about $8,000 a lot, that the homeowners would really appreciate more lower dues than the extra cost.
Which, of course, then directs me straight over to you, Mr. Hildebrand. It's the obvious question I always ask, compared to what? So if the city didn't adopt this, what would the city be looking at in terms of burden versus if we do? So the responsibility for the city seems to be this money will come in, it will have to be invested. or it will go into a fund and it'll be spent and then it'll just come out of general revenue in the future. Can you talk about what these pathways look like, please?
Okay, great, thank you. The funds would come in unrestricted, so the ability to do that. That's not the intent. The council can define and make it restricted just to roads and street fund, which is probably what we do. It would be invested until times that we'd use it. So what product we'd use would just be whatever's the best for the city under our investment plan at the time. But yeah, we'd accrue interest and we'd use it for, we intend to use it for road maintenance and fix the roads. So it doesn't just go into the general, I mean, it could, I guess. But it's, whether this direct or something else, we would keep that in a fund to use for the road maintenance.
I mean, is this something we could operate as an endowment, for example?
Yeah, you throw those university words at us. So, yeah, it would be just like an endowment, like in an escrow, or just hold the money and use it for the purpose that was determined.
So it seems to me, not that I'm for it or opposed to it, it seems to me we would have to understand what the expected rate of return would have to be to make a decision on this, which I don't think we have.
Well, in the usual process, you decide what in the overall final plat, which you just approved, really the preliminary plat process, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Asa, but you decide whether you want the developer to deed their roads to the city or deed them somewhere else. They've asked that the city take them, which all cities take them. I mean, because of some of the things I mentioned earlier. But the city had a reason before that, you know what, we have no way to fix any of this stuff, so HOAs, you just deal with it. They told you why they didn't. So the question of the council is, do you want to deed it? Do you want those assets, which are considered assets and have a dollar value, or do you want depreciating assets, but still assets? Or do you want to have them deed it somewhere else, i.e. the HOA?
But I still think the missing piece of information is an expected rate of return. 6% is a lot different than 4%, for example. That's a 50% difference between.
Yeah, and that's market driven. That's wherever we are in the economy. I mean, we'll try to get the best based on our investment plan. As you know, or you may not know, public sector investment plans, the number one priority is safety. The number two priority is liquidity, and ROI or yield is like 5 or 6 or 7. Just flip-flop from where the private sector would be, or the university, or whatever sector would be, because safety and liquidity are paramount in the public sector. So what does that mean? That means some of the instruments that we utilize, that we purchase to have return on, are safe investments and that are able to be pulled out when we need them, and also that the rate of return is important. It's one of the documents, but it's down the line instead of just the opposite. So that number, it'll just based on, I mean, we'll put it in as we get it, but I couldn't tell you what the rate of return would be right now. I mean, we can tell you what we're getting right now. Also, the last thing was, we don't go over 3 years in our investments, any of our investments. So we're not.
What do you mean we don't go over 3 years? You mean in
our
terms of duration?
Of how much? Yeah, of duration of what if we're in a CD, or if we're in a logic fund, or other type of things. We don't go out further than 3 years. We don't go to a 5-year or a 7-year, where we could potentially get more higher interest rate, but then the liquidity goes down. So we follow those steps. That's pretty much designated by the state of Texas that we follow, and designated by every state. They have these type of required trainings every 2 years, as well as certifications.
So, I mean, I guess my final comment on it is to really kind of know whether this makes sense for me to vote yes, no, or whatever I'm going to do. I feel like I need to know that critical piece of information. What is the expected, what can we actually expect to see if it's going to make sense one way or the other? I think that's really important. I'm personally in favor of just punting it until the next meeting and getting that information in the meantime.
Well, the thing about it, there you could have an election next week or in 2 weeks, and the market will adjust to the results of that election. And what I tell you next week will be different in 2 weeks.
I guess
the dynamics of the.
Let me explain probably a little better. I'm looking at a 15 to 30 year time horizon on this. I want to know whether or not this $700,000 is a wise investment to take now and to invest, if it's still going to be a wise investment in 15 years or 30 years, or if we will look back and go, holy mackerel, we've got a millstone around our neck, we should have given this to the HOA.
Well, probably in the 15 or 30 years, it'll all be gone, so it won't even be an investment. I mean, we'll spend it.
Okay, so you just gave me my worst fear right there.
No, I mean, it's for maintenance of the roads in Ridge Point Estates as well as other roads in the city. That's what we're going to use it for. It's not just I mean, unless the council restricts it and says, you don't spend this until we tell you otherwise, we can do that too. But, I mean, we're doing that right now with our close to $5 million in unrestricted fund balance in our general fund. That's what we're doing. I mean.
Thank you. Those are my questions.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Tucker.
Again. There's a couple other points. So just wanted to add that the Kimley Horn Consultants conducted a study to determine what amount was appropriate based off the traffic that our development or any development in the city generates, and how that would affect the roadways. And also the $8,400 per lot is relatively high for the Rockwall market or Rockwall County market. So I guess that would play in favor of the selected fee amount.
Do you have that information from Kimley Horn that submitted to the city? Do we have that on record?
That was on our impact fee study.
Oh, that's on the, okay,
yeah.
Now I know where to get that data. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Tucker.
This isn't an impact fee per se, but it's being presented almost like an impact fee. At least the calculations are based on impact fee. And so we haven't experienced collections of impact fees in the past, though this mimics that. So can you explain from your other experiences, having worked in other cities where you did have impact fees, what the process is in collecting those fees? Do they go to the general funds? Do they go to specific funds? Are they restricted? And I know I'm kind of doubling back on some of the questions earlier, but based on your experience and what you've gone through, how does that mechanism work?
With the building permit, with those impact fees, almost exclusively, I haven't seen them done other ways, but it is done and has been done where the developer pays everything up front. That's not common. What's common and usual, typically, normally, generally, is that it's at the building permit stage.
Well, that's what they're doing here.
And that's what is done generally everywhere to collect impact fees.
Yeah, well, we're not getting a lump sum of $700,000 from the start. So what I'm getting at is, as the city collects this money and through permits or what have you, where does that money go? Is it directed specifically towards an impact fee fund that's used for specifically and is restricted, because there are restrictions on these impact fees for roads? Are they dedicated strictly to roads? Because you're talking about going to a general fund, which allows you to do, by party fee.
These funds typically go into other cities. Well, let me take a step back. It's up to the city council to decide if you want to restrict those in any way. Okay. If you don't restrict them and say, well, we don't want to restrict it, put it wherever it goes, it will go into the general fund. However, you're still going to be responsible for fixing the road. So whether it goes into a restricted fund or goes into the general fund, every year the budget is going to ask for money to pay for road maintenance as it's deemed necessary throughout the city.
In this case, it will go into, it's likely to go into the general fund. But if it were a true impact fee, where would that money normally go? Would it go to a restricted fund?
It would be all the different projects that they identified, which in your impact fee study said based on these type of roads. That's how they developed the study and came up with the dollar amount. So yes, they would be for new road, some type of new road development or construction and adding a lane up to and including curb, gutter, and sidewalk or other things, street and road related, but not maintenance.
I guess what I'm getting at is if we're collecting this money as a pseudo impact fee and it's being dedicated to streets, that we should be considering restricting it to streets. That, in my mind. I mean, otherwise we're spending it on something else.
That is definitely something that you could do and add to a motion if you wanted to.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? If there's no other discussion, then we will need to amend that motion, I believe. Was this the one for the agreement? So we need to make sure it goes back for review. Okay. So someone needs to make a new motion for that to go back to the city attorney for review.
I'll make a motion. So I consider approval subject of the Ridge Point Estates Road Maintenance Impact Fee Agreement subject to review of the attorney on the contract being issued.
Do I have a second? Thank you. Angela, if you can set it up for a vote, please. I say you stick with the motion that you have, and then when we get it back from Mr. Hollow, then we can decide, because it's going to be a budget item. We can decide how to work it. Yeah, at that point.
Well, the whole point of doing it, I just want to make sure that so if y'all want to designate a specific fund or a place for it to go.
Yeah, we'll be able to, once we get that back from you is when we can do that, correct? From what I understand?
Well, yeah, what I'm trying to say is approve it tonight.
Yes.
As long as everything is fine. So the mayor is able to sign it. If, for example, if I look at it tonight, oh yeah, my red lines are, I'm sorry. I'm just using my speed, not able to hear me. If my red lines are all there, and I say, okay, yeah, my red lines are all here, then the mayor can just sign it right then and there. You could actually wait. You don't have to designate where we're going to put it tonight. Or you can put it on another agenda and decide in the future, or you can decide tonight. That's up to y'all.
I'd like to see what you get back just to make sure we're good, and then we'll put it back on the agenda for where we want to place it.
Okay.
So if it's set up for a vote, then we'll just do
that. At least narrows it. That at least says everything is approved unless there's some red lines that I put in there. So that saves a whole lot of now back and forth. So
it's up for vote. If you want to show the vote. And that passes 3-2. While Angela's recording that, we are at council member announcements. Mr. Easter, do you have anything?
I have nothing.
Clendon? Mr. Brewer?
Tomorrow night's another meeting of the Home Rule Commission at 6:30 here. I was glad to see Councilman Day come to the last meeting, gave him some good comments and good feedback. I'd say we're probably about 75% of the way. So Chairman Russo is doing a really good job.
Mr. Day?
Yeah, I just had a quick comment. I received a comment from a member of the public, asked me to come out and review Brushy Creek Dam. Said that they felt that there might be some minor movement up there. Went up there, and they're very, very minor movement. It seems to be related to the weather, but nothing to be worried about. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I had been up there, and I have been going out there about every 2 to 3 weeks and monitoring the stakes to make sure that it's in good shape. When those storms start coming back, which should happen very soon, it's very likely we'll be out there with our boots and our rain jackets again, just like we were last spring. So I just want to let you know that we're doing it, we're keeping an eye on it, and if anything changes quickly, we will let the mayor know instantly.
Thanks, Mr. Day. And Mr. Tucker, sir.
I had a meeting this past week with SRI, myself, and staff, and we spoke to the point of perhaps looking at creating a bond for roads that tentatively scheduled for November of next year. But so we're going to be working arduously on a review of all the roads that we have and evaluating those and seeing what the overall cost might be and to see that what direction we might go in regards to that. So that'll be into the future.
All right. With that, it is 8:30. We are adjourned. Thank you.